Greetings, YouTube. About 18 years ago, my apartment got broken into. That was the apartment we eventually had to fire at, and I left abruptly after that. Um, in fact, I believe there was, I mean, 19 years ago, I guess, because there was like 1 year it got broken into, and then like 2 years later, I think I had the car accident, and then the next year I had the fire. It was not a great run of luck. They all happened in like I think January or February. I was beginning to get really nervous around those months. Um, but my house got broken into. Um, and like, there had been a spate of them in the neighborhood, and essentially the police were of the opinion it's just some crackhead looking for some quick cash. Um, Interestingly, I know one cop on the police force in my city, and he's the guy that showed up to take the report. He pulled up in the driveway, and I'm like, "Hi, Tom." He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I've had better days, dude. Go look at my house." And I'd actually left the window unlocked, so it's like, I mean, it was on a porch, so it was not smart. So it was right in the middle of right open to the street. So the guy had some chutzpah to like just crawl through that window, but he did. He took some cash and some money orders, which I didn't care about. I had insurance that was covered easy peasy. Um, but he did have the smarts to open up a strong box, and he took my great grandfather's pocket watch, which was gold, had the initials on it AS, and I still miss that. Thankfully, he left the case because in the case was a note from my grandmother in her handwriting. So at least he left me that. But I called the cops mostly so I would get the report filed and there'd be a number and I could get my insurance taken care of because I knew the cops were never ever going to find this guy. I knew I was never going to get my watch back, even though I called every pawn shop I could find. Didn't matter. But if I had been able to locate the robber, I wouldn't have hired the robber to investigate the break-in in my house because I'm smart enough to realize that if you hire the criminal that commits something to investigate their own crime, they are very likely going to show that they, in fact, did not commit that crime. They had nothing to do with it, and there's just absolutely no way that it can be solved. They're just going to throw their hands up in the air and say, sorry, I tried my best. You're just going to have to take a hit on this one. Sorry. Have a nice day. And they'll walk away scot free without any legal charges. And of course, you're probably asking, why is he talking about something this stupid? No one would be dumb enough to hire the person that committed a crime to investigate that crime. Nobody would be that dumb. And yet, right here in the good old US of A, middle and poor white Americans voted for the Republican Party. And they've been doing this consistently for decades. The Southern strategy has been remarkably successful. And they've been listening to the lies of the GOP for decades and voting for them again and again and again. Voting for the people that have been screwing them for decades. The economic injustice we're currently experiencing, the flat wages for 40 years, the jobs that have been offshored, the environmental impact that means that Flint has horrible water, and fracking is causing earthquakes and destroying people's wells. Their faucets burn if you put a match near them. All the negative things you're seeing in the United States right now, the infrastructure that has collapsed, our roads, our bridges, our railroad systems, our canals, our dikes, our levees, everything that has been done to middle America. Every single act of harm that all these white Americans have experienced can be traced right back to the GOP. So tell me, white America, Why is it that you hired the robber that broke into your home to investigate that crime? Because I gotta tell you, I'm fucking mystified.